Welcome, and good day to you. I am Edwin Jarvis, personal butler to Mr. Anthony Stark. This area is where Mr. Stark carries out the research and development of his Iron Man suit. As you can imagine, the body armor has become so complex that a staff of technicians is required. You may walk around and inspect the facilities. I believe you'll already find several of your compatriots here.
Yeah. The name's Jack Hammer, but you can call me Weasel. Everyone does. Yeah, and don't worry, I came in through the back. No one saw me. Wyatt Wingfoot gave me a damaged laptop. Said you heroes wanted to know what data was on it. Yeah, that laptop holds security information for a building called the Imperium. I can find out, but you'll have to get me the password into S.H.I.E.L.D.'s priority files. Oh, there's three possibilities. Jacob Fury, Baron Strucker, or Gabriel Jones. Talk to Vision. He'll be able to help.
Stark Tower's a beauty, isn't she? I consider her one of my greatest achievements. No problem. Our little task force needed a base, so it seemed like the thing to do. I wasn't worried about the cost. That is, until S.H.I.E.L.D. and I had our little disagreement. More like they had trouble with me. I wanted out of the weapons business. I can't tell you how many breach of contract suits they filed. That was just the beginning. Suddenly I had trouble getting building permits, filing patents. Don't get me started on how my taxes changed. I'm not sure exactly. One morning I realized I needed to do more than just amass wealth. I wanted to help people, and weapons aren't that helpful. You really don't need that many billions to get by. No, my life's taking a new course. I want to be remembered for helping lives, not destroying them. Anytime, my friend. Anytime at all.
Got it.
Yes.
I must admit, I find news of a S.H.I.E.L.D. outpost near Atlantis very intriguing. Now I know the extent S.H.I.E.L.D. is willing to go to gather information on countries with closed borders. Indeed it does. And now I wonder if perhaps S.H.I.E.L.D. doesn't have an outpost hidden there. We have the largest deposit of vibranium in the world. To open our borders would be an invitation to those who would conquer us. Over the centuries, fools have tried. But the Black Panther is always there to stop them. Indeed I am. Victor Von Doom has created a sizable army of supervillains. I don't know, but Doom must have a truly grand scheme to risk attacks on the helicarrier and the Omega base. You are quite welcome.
All right.
I know seeing the Super Soldier Project has raised some concerns about S.H.I.E.L.D., but let's get all the facts before we cause any trouble. I think S.H.I.E.L.D. has a lot to deal with, and sometimes it makes mistakes. But historically, it's done a great job of keeping the peace. I saw they were testing out a new version of the Super Soldier Serum, the same type of drug that gave me my strength and agility. Yes, during World War II, I volunteered for Operation Rebirth. It was a program for creating physically superior soldiers. I exceeded their expectations. Unfortunately, Dr. Erskine, the man who developed the drugs, was killed, and no one's been able to recreate his work. I have to admit, things sound kind of suspicious. Like, why was she carrying that laptop during the attack on the helicarrier? No, I'd need a lot more evidence before I'd say something like that about the Black Widow. Anytime, friend.
Black Widow is up to something, I just know it. Did you see how nervous she was on the helicarrier? Sure looks like it. She must have been trying to get that laptop to the enemy during the helicarrier battle. Yes. That laptop shows all security systems for the building. And from the looks of those systems, the Imperium must hold something valuable. Not yet. She's his second in command. We're going to need some pretty strong evidence to shake Fury's faith in her. Yes, Colonel Fury's trust doesn't come easily, and once given, it's nearly impossible to break. Okay, so Daredevil and I were close several years back, and the Black Widow and Daredevil were close not so long ago. No, I'm not. I'm long over Daredevil. If he can find happiness with the Black Widow, I wish them both the best. You're welcome.
All right. Sure thing.
I've heard people complaining about S.H.I.E.L.D. since we got back from the Omega. I'm telling you, it's gotta stop. I trust Nick Fury. He's pulled my fat out of the fire more times than I can remember. Look, Fury does what he has to keep the world safe. He ain't always got the luxury of playing by the rules. I've known her for a while. She's always been good in a fight, and Fury trusts her. Unless that meathead Weasel comes up with better evidence, I ain't believing nothing against the Black Widow. Of course I am. He's been loyal to me. After all the trouble I had with the Hand recently, I owe Fury my life a dozen times over. Let's just say that evil bunch of psychos got hold of me and turned me into their assassin. It caused a lot of people a lot of pain. But Fury helped me out, kept me alive. And I'll never forget that. Sure thing, bub. Hey, bub. What's up? Sure thing, bub.
Mr. Stark, there's a Harold Hogan on line 2 for you.
Welcome, my friend. Do you require information?
Mr. Stark?
I know it's a name Colonel Fury would just as soon forget. Jacob Fury was so jealous of his older brother's success that he turned to a life of crime. Yes, and to make matters worse, the Colonel was forced to kill Jacob. So you can see why Colonel Fury does not care to dwell on that name. I would suggest you talk to the Black Widow about that name. I am glad to be of assistance.
Warning. A small thermonuclear device is missing.
Ah, my cybernetic helmet. Thanks. I owe you one. The mutant amplifier vastly augments any mutant's natural power. So a psychic that can lift a book will become powerful enough to lift a bus. Yes, but it has some serious side effects. The amplifier causes damage to the DNA of any mutant it's used on. Not much. The serum's only worked on Captain America. There's something very peculiar about his physique. That, plus the doctor who originally developed it, is dead. He'd wind up with a bunch of muscle-bound beasts, just like you saw in the Omega. They're psychotic, violent, unable to take orders. Not exactly what you'd want from an army. Ah, there's no problem at all.
There's a Harold Hogan on line 2 for you. Mr. Stark, there's Miss Bambi and Miss
We just received a message from Namorita, the cousin of Namor. Apparently, there is a riot going on in Atlantis. Unknown, but for some reason, the Atlanteans have forcibly removed Namor from his throne. Yes, which means something is seriously wrong. See Wyatt when you are ready to go to S.H.I.E.L.D.'s outpost in Atlantis. I would not say that name too loud. He is a leader of Hydra, and a longtime nemesis of Colonel Fury. You should ask Colonel Fury about Mr. Jones. You are quite welcome.
Well done on the Omega mission. We have the same success in Atlantis. Gabe? Heck yes. He's a great guy. Back in the day, he was one of my Howling Commandos. He still is. Gabe's one of my top advisors. He saved me from making serious mistakes more times than I care to remember. You're welcome.
Johnny Storm would like you to announce that today is Ben Grimm's 65th birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. Grimm.
I do hate to impose, but if you see a cufflink somewhere in Stark Tower, could you return it to me? It was lost by Mr. Stark, and it has extreme sentimental value to him. It was my pleasure.
Hey, how's it going? Thanks. When you get back from Atlantis, I'll have all the information you need. Sure. Anytime.
Mr. Stark, there's a Harold Hogan on line 2 for you. Mr. Stark, there's Miss Bambi and Miss Heather here in the main lobby to see you. The nanotechnology team will be...
Ah, splendid. You located the missing cufflink. It was a gift from Miss Virginia Potts when she had been Mr. Stark's secretary. It was my pleasure.
Mr. Stark, there's a Harold Hogan on line 2 for you. Mr. Stark, there's Miss Bambi and Miss
Could I
Heather
ask a
here in
big
the
favor
main
of you?
lobby to see you.
Would you ask Dr. Pym if he could take a look at the Quinjet's data feed to Stark Tower? It cuts
The
out every once in a
nanotechnology
while.
team will be meeting in the Optronics lab.
Anytime at all.
Colonel Fury, Red Ralston is on line 6. Warning, a small thermonuclear device is missing.
Hi,
and
good to see you.
last
Do
seen
you
in the
need something?
weapons lab.
Ah, that's right. The Quinjet's comm line to the Stark Tower was cutting out. I'll take care of that right away.
Bye, Colonel Fury.
Ah, there's no problem at all.
Miss Bambi and Miss Heather are still waiting for you in the main lobby, Mr. Stark.
Hi, it's good to see you. Are you kidding? Mr. Stark built this jet as tough as they come.
Johnny
No
Storm would
problem.
like you to announce
She's
that today
completely
is Ben
submersible.
Grimm's 65th birthday. Happy birthday, Mr. Grimm.
Listen up, people. We've been sent here to investigate a situation in Atlantis.
What kind of situation we talking about here, Cap?
An hour ago, Namorita sent a message saying a riot's taking place. A crowd broke into the throne room of Atlantis and dragged Namor off his throne.
Why would the Atlanteans riot? They love Namor.
I don't know. Namorita had to stop transmitting before she could give any details.
How are we to handle a mission in the undersea conditions of Atlantis?
There's nanotechnology at this outpost that will let us breathe and move normally through the water. I want to remind you, the Atlanteans aren't exactly big fans of us surface dwellers.
What if they become violent?
Defend yourselves. We have to help Namor any way we can. He's a valuable ally. That's it. Let's be careful out there.
Time for a mission, team.
Good. Locate the nanochamber and activate it. Once the nanites are in your bloodstream, you're free to enter the water.
Surface dwellers seek to invade our home. Yes, Namor is afraid of the surface dwellers, and for that, he had to pay. Now, you will too.
Deep freeze! Deep freeze!
Kinda like that.
Man, you stink. Deep freeze!
Namor, you okay? You're not looking so good.
Be gone, X-Men. I do not require your aid. My people need me. I must save them.
I hate to say it, but you look like the one who needs saving.
Namor, you have to rest. Here, take this medicine. Don't worry, Iceman. The drugs only rendered him unconscious.
Whoa, is he gonna be mad when he wakes up, huh?
True. But right now you must go to the Temple of Negretti. There you'll find plants that will help me heal Namor.
That'd be cool. Have you got any idea what's going on around here, though? Why is everybody so loco?
My people are being brainwashed by devices called sonic emitters. With them, Atuma was able to take the throne of Atlantis.
Well, don't let a frown wrinkle that pretty face, Namorita. We'll take care of the sonic emitters and get rid of Atuma.
You've got that right. The Guardians are trained to protect the temple against all invaders, surface dwellers in particular. You need to find an extremely rare plant known as whalic seaweed. It's very valuable and will be well protected. That is an Eye of Negretti. Take it. The priests of the temple use them to open locks.
Be gone from Atlantis!
The target is down. just starting to have fun. That was hardly worth my time.
Certainly. You never should have come here.
Man, you stink.
I rather enjoyed that. You never should have come here.
Good. Get back here fast. That seaweed doesn't last long after it's picked. Let me open up a whirlpool for you. It'll bring you right back to my location.
Good.
You've got the ingredients. Give me a minute.
What's this? I dreamt my people were in danger, and my realm was stolen from me.
It's no dream, cousin. Atuma's taken your throne and enslaved your people. But you're still much too weak to fight.
No, I'll not forsake my people in their time of need. Very well. I had not thought you surface dwellers were capable of such kindness. If you succeed, I will be forever in your debt.
You're near the sonic emitters. They're what's making the Atlanteans so violent. Be very careful now. Atuma would not leave the devices unguarded.
If you say so.
Sure you will.
Next time, I want to fight somebody who doesn't smell like
surface dwellers intend on destroying the sonic emitters, Krang.
Then these humans are as foolish as they are weak, my cousin. They stand no chance against our combined might.
True, but I do savor a chance for battle. I grow bored guarding these devices.
As do I. But acting as guards has put us in Atuma's good graces. And that puts us near the throne.
And down the road, who is to say what might happen to King Atuma, eh, cousin?
My feelings exactly. Now let us dispose of these interlopers and prove to Atuma just how trustworthy we are.
Stink. This villain is chillin'.
didn't have what it took.
The humans are here!
This villain is chillin'.
Yes, you might want to see
Anyone else feeling brave?
Thank you. You have saved my life. I am forever in your debt. No, I must repay you. Here is the combination to a safe located in a nearby sunken submarine. Please, use it and take whatever you find.
Score one for me.
Good. With the sonic emitters destroyed, my people will eventually return to normal. Now you should get to the throne room of Atlantis as fast as you can. Yes. And who knows what he'll do when he finds out you're ruining his plans.
Why not?
must be the ones who've been causing you so much trouble. Indeed, and they will pay for their transgressions. Your devotion to Namor is pitiful, surface dwellers. He is lost, and as foretold in the Atlantean Chronicles, I will be the ruler of Atlantis.
Don't worry about these idiots, Attuma. Your loyal minions are more than happy to take care of them. Go no further!
Enter my throne room, surface dwellers. Kneel before the King of Atlantis. Fools, you will pay for your insolence.
Let me teach them a lesson, Attuma.
No, we will work together, Tiger Shark, and we will make them pay dearly for their transgressions against the King of Atlantis. to face the Atlanteans after what we did. It was the Masters of Evil. They helped Atuma in return for letting them take whatever they wanted from the catacombs. Probably. There's a lot there to search through.
Guess you didn't have it. You're looking mighty weak. You can do better than this. And I was just starting to have fun.
Next time, somebody to smell it.
That had to hurt.
Come on, you can do better than this. Kinda like that. Come on, you can do better than this.
Next time, I want to fight somebody who doesn't smell like old cheese. Next time, I want to fight somebody who doesn't smell like old cheese.
Care to get in my way?
Finally, my friends, it appears you're not cast them out. I trust you're not the only team Colonel Fury has attempting to stop the Masters of Evil. Atuma allowed me free reign of the catacombs in return for the sonic emitters, and I just now located our prize, the Tome of Asarius. I'm sorry, but I have no time for questions. I must be on my way to the Valley of Spirits. But before I go, allow me to summon a little entertainment for you. It's the least I can do.
you a debt of gratitude. And Namor would like to say something.
Surface dwellers, I'll have you know I was perfectly capable of handling the situation alone. Yes, well, you did. So I suppose I should thank you. You now have my permission to leave Atlantis.